Overtime, as they say, but you know, Einstein's making a run for it. We did go in. What do we have in here? Oh, hello. All right, stick around and we'll talk about these guys and more, and the end of the breeding season and what's coming up next. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the aviary. As you can see, we've still got a couple birds coming out. So I guess we'll start the video by saying hi, Einstein and I, and then we'll head out there and check it out. Okay, let's head out here. So all the nests are out except for this one, because as you can see, we've got, we already talked about, got some 3 late Gouldians in there. Excited to have somebody finally use this nest. Nobody saw it last year or noticed it. Here's another one of my females. She's very young, still coming into color. And since the nests are out, we don't have a hanging nest anymore here. So got another perch here near the heater for the winter. We're still doing mealworms and egg food, but that will stop as soon as these birds are weaned. These 2 birds are mom and dad. Right. See if I can get my finger here, and here. Here we've got one of our new fledgling Gouldians. Interesting thing about the young ones, here's a couple more on this perch, if I can get you an angle. See, we've got the heat lamp out here, so everybody's kind of glowing red, but the babies don't actually have a developed fear of humans for the first couple of weeks. So you can kind of hold them until their parents usually will squeak at you. And then we've got a few more chicks still haven't weaned, like this guy up here, who's actually, he was the 100th chick. So that was he was the goal setter, or the goal achiever. And then we've got some canary fledglings. They'll hold still here and here. And then there's some birds I'm very excited to show you, but I'll have to find them. We've got a dove that fledged, and because it's canary season, the doves can use those same type of nests. So here we really haven't been able to stop the doves. And then I think there's another canary nest up here somewhere. Yep, there it is. Looks like she's got 3. And then, if I'm not mistaken, we may have another canary nest. You can see back behind the males, we've got one of the Finch fledglings, and obviously we have an extra male here, so really hoping one is female. I believe the other one is here. Yep, right there. They both moved over there. So as you can see, they're doing great. Still a little bit scruffy and fresh out of the nest. We may have a little bit of some relationship drama with the zebra finches here, because the bird he's preening there is not his mate, but we'll figure that out. We've got a dove that just fledged here. Okay, so as you can see, we've got just really ready to come out. We may have a couple doves and a couple more canaries, which the doves are impossible to stop breeding, and the canaries have a different season. But for our main breeding season, looks like when those 3 Gouldians make it to the perch, which I believe that they will, then that will get our total to 112 birds this year. I ended up keeping a couple, but it's pretty exciting to have a goal that last year we did about 75, and I thought 100 would be a tough reach. Now we did go into overtime, as they say, but Einstein's making a run for it. We did go into overtime, but the birds really dictated that. I didn't intend to breed this long, but just as we talk about birds, birds are not, as Einstein can show you. Come here, buddy. You might have pet birds, but that is very different from having a domesticated animal. They have to trust you. You have to build a bond, and no matter how comfortable with you that they get, you want to go back on my shoulder? It's never going to be the same as a dog or a cat. What are you doing? You just want to get out and explore? Luckily, I have these things. So this is probably why Einstein's trying to move around so much. These are the new Hari little Foragers treats, and as you can see, Einstein is a big fan. I've actually tried these myself. They're made with peppers, like chili peppers, which birds can't taste the heat, and he seems to really, as you can see, enjoy them, and they're a lot healthier than like crackers or some of the other things that people tend to give parrots. So just thought I'd throw that in there. Another thing that we talked about that I've had to deal with this year is the owl. If you've seen the Instagram, or I think I've got it up on YouTube too, I've had an owl issue. So I've got some scarecrows out. Also I'm gonna hang some old CD discs. But this is another thing I got. I thought I'd try. It looks mean and scary, but it's not harmful to the birds. They can see it, and it just causes them not to land. So I thought I'd apply some of these on top of the aviary, these anti-bird devices, and then also on top of my kid's swing set, where the owl has been landing in order to then go attack the aviary. And it seems kind of funny to me to buy an anti-bird device for your aviary, but here we are. So got some of these, and there's a bunch of these, and you have to put each of these in individually. So I'll spend some time assembling it, but I'll keep you posted on that as well. Okay, so now that we're wrapped up with breeding season here in the next couple of weeks, probably week or two. So then what's next? I've mentioned it already, but there will be a aviary rescape coming. So I haven't exactly decided how I'm going to do that. I've done it both ways in the past, where I've pulled every single bird out and then redone it, or I've just done it while the birds were in there, which I think the one I have filmed for YouTube, that's the way I did it. And I think that tends to be a little less stressful for the birds, but it's also nice to be able to get a hold of every bird, apply scat, be able to do a close-up check. Yeah, I know, you like these little foragers, don't you? And so I may try to do it that way. I may try to catch out every single bird and just get a look at them. It's really hard to do, and it makes my arms and shoulders really tired. I have almost 100 birds here, so trying to catch them is tough, especially all in a row. But I do have, over in this corner, I do have the wood, I do have some new greenery and everything else to do that, so that's coming up. But here in the winter, it's about really conditioning the birds to get them through molt, which does involve some egg food. It definitely involves supplements like iodine. I use Hari Prime. That helps them get through it. And trying to keep things low stress here. Trying to keep the birds warm enough, which it's getting down to close to freezing temperatures, so close to 0 Celsius or down to 32 Fahrenheit here. Try very hard to keep the shed in here above 70 and the outside portion of the aviary above 60, but it's been tough. I've been getting down to like the 58, 59 range, which is pretty tough, especially on the African birds. But basically this is sort of the maintenance time period. So now that all the nests are out, we can rearrange everything, clean everything. While I have the birds out, I may do some painting. It's not good to mix paint and the fumes associated with birds, but you can find some paints that have no fumes. They're called very ultra low VOC paint. So that's what I try to use. Want to go up there? No, you don't. Einstein has a mind of his own. So there'll be some combination of that. Obviously, I'll keep everybody posted on that. But for the rest of the year now, well, this year's almost over, but between now and next spring, we'll be getting the birds through molt, getting them in good condition, getting the aviary ready so that we can do this all again. And I think that's it for us here at the Javiary for 2023. And we'll say Happy New Year. And I hope y'all's has been as great as mine was. And I hope you have a wonderful 2024. And I'm looking forward to seeing y'all there. So thanks, flock, for following along with us.
Birds in the sky keeping me down. They won't let me inside of their town. How I wish I could be one of them. How I wish I could be one of them.